Hello, everybody. Welcome to Takes from Below podcast. This is Aayushi,
This is Kandarp.
This is Shani.
and today we will be reading stories related to roommates. It can be crazy roommates or crazy situations. We'll see. Well, where it takes, because I'm definitely doing blind reading. I haven't read my story, and I don't know about you guys if you have read the story or not.
I read mine.
I read
Okay.
mine.
I had to read it for me to actually read it in the show. But yes,
I fan through it a little bit, so I kind of have an idea, but I haven't read it like in detail to know like exactly what happens, because the title is pretty interesting. So we'll see.
who's starting first then?
I don't know who wants to
So
start.
you let off with that. Do you want to start?
Okay, all right, I can start. All right, so the story is from r/am I the asshole, and the username is u/big_possibilities 5712, and the story was posted 286 days ago. And the title is, Am I the asshole for telling my roommate that either his pregnant girlfriend stops whining or he moves out? What do you guys think?
From the title. he's
Pregnant
an
girlfriend stops
asshole.
whining or move out. He's the asshole for telling her to do that.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Title is pretty like,
Yeah, it's
oh,
confusing.
Like, just based on the
like,
context,
sound
yes.
like a jerk.
exactly based on
You're
the.
the a-hole for telling her, hey, you gotta move
Like, she's
out just because you're whining.
I
Oh,
know.
messed up.
Like, I was like, okay, telling a pregnant woman to stop whining.
Right. So rude.
I know. And so, the story goes, I, male 28, live in an apartment that I got from my uncle. The apartment has 2 bedrooms, so as I don't need the extra space, I rented the room. My roommate, male 24, has been living with me for a little over a year and a half. He's been dating his girlfriend, female 24, as well, I believe, for like 5 or so years, since 5 or so years. She lives in another house and has 4 roommates herself. As her house is more crowded, my roommate asked me if I was okay if she stayed over sometimes. I agreed, since I don't really have a problem with it at all, as long as they are respectful. We haven't had any major issue until now, but his girlfriend got pregnant. He told me, and I was like, oh, great, congratulations. He did try to bring up a conversation to see if I allowed her to move in with us, but I said no. I work from home most of the time. I don't want to deal with a third person or a newborn in the future. He asked me if she could still come and stay some nights as before, and I said that's fine. She's like 4 or so months along her pregnancy. Well, these last 3 months, she has grown to be very annoying whenever she's staying over. What I mean is that I got woken up in the middle of the night, early morning, too many times because she's running to the bathroom at the end of the hallway. I don't use that bathroom. I have my own connected to my room, but my guest sometimes uses it, and they have said that it's dirty and messy. She's staying over a lot more nights than she used to before. At, and the biggest problem is that she has developed really bad nausea. Even now, she's still having morning sickness, which I believe they must have stopped already. We have many issues regarding food because my roommate and her asked me to stop having some food that get her sick. I told her that this is not her house. She has no right to come and expect me to change my diet because of her. They took that very badly. I continue my life as normally. She always complains and runs to the bathroom when I cook. There have been a couple times when she has actually thrown up on the floors too, which is disgusting. I'm sick of it, to be honest. So I told my roommate that either she stops coming over, she stops complaining, or he moves out. I would give him a month or two if he needs to find somewhere else to live, but I'm tired of having his girlfriend over. She's annoying me. He, of course, got very upset and said that she won't annoy me so much if I was more understanding for her condition. They are not in a comfortable position to move, and she's sick and needs his support and all of that. Some of my friends, coworker, and family are on my side, but some others say that I'm behaving like a total asshole and I could easily change my diet for a couple months. Am I the asshole? And then there's an added, but I can read that later. What do you guys think?
No, he in this situation, based on the title, was different than what the story tells. But yeah, there is. The way I don't think he's the asshole for telling them to get your own place.
Yeah, I don't think so either at this point because she doesn't live, she's technically not living with them. So,
Yeah. She's coming by and stuff. Yes. So, but I mean, yeah, at that point, hey, she's pregnant and you're expecting a kid in the future.
mhm.
It might be a time to place to get your own place at that point.
Yeah, I totally agree. Also, the thing is that you don't live there and you're expecting someone else to change their living style, like how they are supposed to be living. And she doesn't even pay to be there,
Right.
True.
right? Like,
Yeah.
um, boyfriend is paying to be there, but boyfriend is only paying for himself. So, yeah. And then I'm thinking about myself, like when I was pregnant, I was feeling nauseous about like certain smells. Like,
Mhm.
I remember like egg, whenever others would make eggs or like boil eggs or whatever. Oh my God, I would not be able to stay there. And I would just go upstairs in my room and lock
Yeah.
myself till he's done eating. I'm not going to be like, oh, you need to stop making eggs for 9 months,
Yeah.
you know?
If she knows what she's nauseous about, at that point, she needs to just kind of move away from that situation.
Exactly. Like, also, like,
Especially,
the
unless the only time she can say it is if that's her own place.
exactly. And on top of it, the line where he said like he was cooking and she was standing there right there
Yeah.
when he was cooking and then she threw up on the floor. Why are you standing there if
Yeah.
the smell bothers you?
Yeah.
Like, why do you want to stand there and torture yourself and be nauseous about it and then throw up?
I feel like she did it on purpose.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is she trying to be like, oh, I'm gonna, just because you're not gonna listen to our request, I'm
Right.
gonna force myself on,
That's
like,
stupid, though.
Exactly.
I don't
It's so
know, but
stupid.
like,
It's so gross
I know, like, also,
That's
like,
stupid. Like, why would you do that?
to yourself
Yeah.
too. Like, yeah.
exactly.
You're staying there. You're gonna be throwing up. I mean, you're
Yeah.
making your feel itself feel nauseous
Yeah.
by
Not
being
a
in that
good feeling.
situation.
I know. And then the line there where people's guests told him that the bathroom is disgusting because so like you're throwing up and you're not cleaning after yourself.
Mm.
Like,
I mean, we don't know what the bathroom dirty's from,
Yeah.
but at the same
no, but
time,
like,
yes, I get it.
like he said,
That
like
somebody
he
else is
only
using the bathroom in the
bathrooms in
house.
the house,
That,
Yeah.
especially if she's living there, or at
or
that point,
even the
if she doesn't
boyfriend,
exactly, the
even the
boyfriend should
boyfriend,
clean
right?
it.
Because it looks
Yeah.
like the boyfriend has to use that bathroom. He doesn't. The guy OP doesn't use that bathroom because he got his own personal bathroom. But
I assume there's only two roommates in this situation. I think, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
They have to
So
go.
I know, feel like they need to get their own place.
Yeah.
If she doesn't,
And she has 4 roommates though. Like, I don't know
yeah.
what they're gonna do.
Like
They should have planned
my
this
also
better.
question is like, do you go back to your apartment and tell other three roommates to change their diet if
Probably
you're
not.
nauseous?
They're
I
probably
wonder
not.
how that goes.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that they probably had the conversation, and that's why she's
That's
here
what I'm
rather than
thinking.
there.
And
Yeah, you know what?
I
Yeah.
think that's what it is probably. I'm pretty sure. So I don't think he's an asshole.
No.
And
The guy being the guy, was like, "Yeah, just come over. We'll figure it out. We'll manage."
Right. Yeah, don't worry.
I know. So there's an edit. The edit says you all are right because a lot of people are saying like you can evict him. So he's saying you all are right. I need to evict him. It sucks because even though we are not friends, he was a good roommate and all, but it's too risky to have him here when the baby is born. Hopefully, they can find somewhere else to live. I will try to have the conversation with him today.
Oof, that's not gonna
Yeah.
go well.
Yeah, because the top comment
Wait,
use
did he mention anywhere how long the leash is? Police?
I don't think.
No, he didn't mention it, but like there is a top comment, the username 52. She or he or they said, consult a lawyer. There are definitely protection in place regarding housing discrimination for having a child. It's his child. This can be the baby's primary residence, even if she doesn't move in. Find out your rights sooner rather than later regarding not re-signing his lease or whatever, and if it would be easier before the baby. And
Wait,
then
what does that mean? Does that mean once the baby's born, he can just live in there? Because
I
that's
guess
his
like
home?
they're trying to say like, you know how it's very hard to evict someone
Right,
from the
and even
place,
harder when
right?
there's kids involved, I
So
guess.
the
Oh,
Yeah, so
it'll be
yikes.
it might
discrimination.
be more hard because then you kind of like making child
Right.
homeless,
Oh my
or
gosh. He has
What
to
would
get them out
happen
of there soon.
if I'm hearing that correctly, that essentially means that if the OP evicts him, they can come back and sue him for discrimination.
discrimination. Yeah,
Oh my
that's
gosh.
why
But
he's
she
saying
doesn't even
consult a
live there.
lawyer.
She's not even on the lease. Like, can they
Yeah,
still do that?
but like because father of the baby lives there,
Oh,
and also like if I mean, I don't know where the OP lives, but like you know how in some states, like if you live in the house for 30 days,
yeah, like the squatter thing.
squatter thing, like, so my also the thing is girlfriend's been living there, right?
Man. They've
So
been planning this.
yeah, so like if she lived there, if they can prove that she stayed there for 30 days consecutive, I think, right?
I don't know what
Then
the rules on that.
I
It's
know, but like,
interesting though.
yeah, like have you watched the show? I mean, oh my God, I
What
need to
show?
stop promoting Netflix, but I believe there was a show on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. One of the streaming service, and there was a show about like how like people um find places to stay, and they were like, oh, we'll pay like minimum amount or whatever, right? And like a deposit or something, and then they go and live there,
Yeah,
and
I think
then
I've heard about it.
they
Never seen
stay
the
there
show,
for
but I've
30
heard
days,
about
but
it.
then they start acting weird and all that stuff, and it's very hard to kick them out because they live there for 30 days and they don't pay you. Even if they don't pay you rent, they can still live there for
Oh
30
God, I
days.
hate
It gets very hard to evict them.
That is interesting.
It's
And
terrible.
yeah, I need to I mean there's a show. I don't remember the name, but yeah. But the OP commented to that comment is actually one of my colleagues also told me this. So I'm trying to find a lawyer already for all the legal information I might need. I'm mostly struggling with the moral side of this whole issue.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It's a roommate. Wait, does he own the property?
So he OP owns the property, right?
Ah,
Because OP say in the beginning he said that he lives in an apartment that he got it from his uncle. So I feel like uncle um passed away and he gave the house to
gotcha.
him.
Okay.
Um
Well, I was gonna
the
think
apartment
if
to
it's
him.
just an apartment of them two living, he can just move out at that point, and they can
No,
figure.
it looks like he
Yeah,
owns the house.
if he
He
owns
owns the
it,
apartment, and
then
that's what it
yes,
says.
that's what
The
it.
apartment has 2 bedrooms, so as I don't need the extra space, I rented the room. So he's basically
Yeah.
that's his another income, basically OP's income, right? Because if he got the apartment from uncle,
Yep.
he probably doesn't have to pay any rent or mortgage. Um, but yeah,
Interesting.
Wow. Never get a roommate. Moral of the story.
Or just be careful who you get.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
true. But anyone could do that too. You never.
I know, I know. So yeah, I don't think he's the asshole.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely not.
definitely not.
Yeah, but the title, oh
The
my God.
title, yeah, right. Who wouldn't think that?
I was like, oh yeah, you are
Mhm.
the asshole. You're being jerked to. I know you're being jerked to a pregnant woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. Okay, so not the asshole. Let's move on to the next story. Who wants to go?
I'll take the next one.
Okay.
All right, so this one is also posted on the Am I the Asshole community with the username unable string 6735.
Okay.
The title of the story is Am I the Asshole for Not Telling My Roommate About My Large Salary When I'm Aware He's in Struggling to Pay Rent? What do you think?
It's
I
your
don't
money.
think
So
so.
no.
No, I mean, it's nobody's business.
Yeah.
I mean,
We don't have to give our money to everyone.
everyone, exactly. I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, it's a roommate. Like, just because I make more money, does it mean that I have to cover your expenses? I don't think so. He's an
Yeah,
asshole for that,
I agree.
right?
Agree
Like,
too.
no.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's not
It
like they're
depends on
married
the
or something.
only depends on the situation is he because he says he's been struggling. So I guess it depends on
Get a new
what
roommate.
way he's struggling.
Yeah, what way he's struggling, and also like I mean, yes, but like my also thought process is like I have seen many times where if you tell someone like, "Hey, I am making that much money, or I can help you this month, you can pay me back later." A lot of time people are like, "Oh, he got me covered this month, maybe next month too," you know?
You take
Does it happen?
advantage. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, unless it's a really good person and I'm like, I know that person very well and I know they will pay me back, maybe I will help them out a little bit
Let's go right
as
right
long
into
as I know my money's coming back.
it. All right, let's see what the situation is then.
Hmm.
All right, so the story is I, 28 female, live in a two-bedroom apartment with three roommates. It's a small, and we step on each other's toes sometime, but it works for us because we were all in graduate program when we met and needed something cheap. For the last 6 years, we're all split rent evenly. I've been fine with that. Even then, they all got jobs. I was still a resident. I didn't once ask about adjusting the rent. Now, to be honest, I'm a very quiet, non-confrontational person, and residency kept me on weird hours, so I didn't speak to them a lot. They didn't even realize that I had finished my program when I did. I also live in the second floor of our apartment in a space off the attic storage that was meant for an office. So I kept to myself and go about my business. Once I became a licensed emergency physician, I was able to find a job in our city relatively quickly and started working 4 months out of the residency.
Hmm.
I would already worked as an EMT for years around the hospital and even in college when I was getting clinical hours for med school. So I knew the emergency department well. Um, it wasn't hard for me to get a job there. I still had loans from the med school to pay off. So I saw no problem with hanging around and paying the same share of the rent, utility, and the groceries that I was paying for 6 years until I built up the savings. Even though I was making more than the three roommates combined, I'm not in a relationship. I don't want kids for now. And I liked my little living arrangements while I got some savings behind me. I was fine until the crap hit the fan yesterday. By some insane stroke of bad luck, one of my roommate, A, 27 male, was in a car crash and was transported to the hospital by an ambulance when I was on the shift. He was fine, just a little whiplash and stitched up, cut from broken glass. But while he was in emergency department, he saw me and realized I wasn't the resident anymore.
Ah.
Even though he couldn't pin down my exact salary, a quick Google search could tell him that in our city, what I was making at least double what my roommates were.
Mm.
He was pissed and he told my other two roommates while I was still at work. So when I came home, they were all waiting for me. He confronted me and asked me what I was making, and I told them the truth. They all lost their minds at me because I knew that roommate A had been struggling to make his share of the rent every month, where I was hoarding my money. I listened to what they had to say, but I said that I still had student loans to pay off,
Yeah.
and I was going to bed. I was tired after a long shift. I'm aware that I was probably really blunt and cold because when I was getting yelled at, part of my job description is to just take it with the calm face. This morning, they've all been giving me a cold shoulder and thought they haven't talked about it yet. I can feel it coming. I don't know how to address this because I really like our living arrangements and don't want to change, but I can't help it feeling that I'm the a-hole for not helping out more. So, am I the asshole?
No,
No,
no, hell no. No.
she should just move.
First of all, why would somebody wants to Google how much that person is
Yeah.
making? You guys are not married. You
Yeah.
guys are roommate. It's none of their business. And also, it's not like she's hoarding big space in the apartment.
Hmm?
So I don't know why it's her responsibility to give more money just because she's making more money.
Yeah,
I mean, if you can't afford living in their apartment, go and find cheaper place
exactly.
Great. Yeah, it makes
or
sense.
go back to your parents' house. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
It's not her responsibility to take care of someone who is struggling. And also,
Yeah.
like, why is he struggling?
They were in
Right.
yeah.
Didn't
they
they
was
go
in
to the
grad
same
school and he's
school,
getting
like, same
jobs.
path and
Like,
everything,
and
like
also, like,
No, I
her
don't think it was the
student
same
loans.
path.
Oh, different things.
Yeah, just the grad
Gotcha.
school
Oh,
itself.
gotcha.
Yeah, but like
gotcha.
her student loan will be like hundreds of
Oh, yeah.
thousands
I'm
of
sure. I
dollars.
mean, a med
She's
school,
smart.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure med school has its
So
own expenses.
exactly. And when she was doing residency, she wasn't getting paid enough. I'm pretty sure. Do
Yeah,
they
I'm
even
sure.
get paid enough?
Do they
To a
get
point,
Or
paid?
yes.
do you have to pay
No, I think the residency you do get a certain bit
something?
something. I think.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that,
Hmm.
guys.
Now
I could
it's a
be
good
wrong.
question. Do
I
they
gotta
get paid?
ask.
Do
I
I gotta ask my
I gotta
yeah,
nephews.
yeah, Google
I
it.
gotta
Let us
Google
know.
this.
I
Hold
gotta ask my
on.
nephews on that if they get paid. But the point is, does it matter that if he was even getting
I
paid
gotta
or
ask my
not?
sister.
Because
They're taking up the same space in the place, so like, they
exactly,
gotta pay the
and
same. Like,
it's like I said, it's a two bedroom apartment, and
Yeah.
where he's in the office room, he's not even in the actual bedroom.
right.
But they mentioned that he's on the second floor, next to the in the
Okay.
attic space,
Yeah.
where is not. It's supposed to be meant for an office, so it's not even.
So
He's even
yeah.
has an actual bedroom in itself.
Wait, so he'd
She.
be paying less?
So
Oh, she.
so it says yes, they do get paid, but it
Yeah.
varies by the program,
Yeah.
right? But like typically they are paid in high 50s or 60s. I mean, that's
Okay.
the average income. So it's not like,
Nothing
but she was still
crazy.
covering it.
Yeah.
She
Wait,
was still
does
covering her
the OP
expenses.
live in the office?
Yes, the OP
Yeah.
exactly.
So
The
that's
OP is the one that lives in the office.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's the
Definitely not the asshole.
is it what
Yeah.
did it what was it was like attic space
Yeah, it was
that's
an attic.
turning to an office that she's
Exactly, and it's a
That's
two
crazy.
bedroom apartment. So I'm guessing the
Yeah.
other people who has the bedroom, and
bedrooms.
she's living in
Yeah.
the
Attic.
attic office
How dare
space.
they?
Yeah. Like hell no. You know what? I would be pissed that I should not actually I should be paying less.
Right. No, she really should be.
Wait, so what do you think about the A person
A-hole.
looking up the salary?
Yeah,
a-hole.
but like he's the one
and
who
all
started
that.
it all. Like
He's the
that's
asshole.
crazy.
He's the
He's just
asshole. Because like
jealous.
I know for a fact he was like, you know what? This is my way out for not paying the rent. Oh my god, she completed her residency. Let me Google how much she makes.
It's so messed up.
None of your business. None of your business. And no, it's
You're so
pissing me
right.
off. Like, you're a grown adult. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Like, if you can afford to take care of yourself, ask your parents to help you. It's not her job. Like,
Yeah, not her problem.
it's not her problem. Like, it's not none of any of the roommate. And like, you know what? The other roommates are assholes too
Yeah.
for supporting the guy. Are they helping him?
No. And what about their jobs? They're probably hiding their jobs too. They're like, "Oh,
Exactly.
she's
Like,
such a jerk."
like
We
I
don't know
want to
that, but
know.
yes.
Yeah, true.
We don't know, but
Yeah.
like, but still, like, are they helping? Like, and it's not my problem that you guys did not find a better job and you are not getting paid enough. If you're not getting paid enough, do more than one job. You guys are in your 20s. You can still do 2 jobs if you can afford living.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm guessing the way she posted it, they're in the city, so I'm assuming the rent's probably
Rent's
high.
probably high, but still, no.
But it's-
Then
what?
go to suburbs. You know, like, then go to one of the suburbs and live there. Like,
Yeah.
if you can't afford living, find a cheaper place.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not her responsibility.
Mhm.
I mean, it sounds like she's very responsible with her finance because she knows. I mean, with the money that she would be making, she can easily go and find a really nice place and live by herself. But she knows she has all the student loan and everything.
Yeah.
No, she's not an asshole. Oh my God. I
So-
wanna, oh my God.
So there's an update.
Oh,
Let us know. Let us know.
All right. So the update. All right. Thank you all for your advice and well wishes. I wanted to come here and answer the few common questions and the updates, those who requested one. First, our living situation. Our apartment is a 2-bedroom, one master with its own bathroom, one smaller bedroom. A and his girlfriend lives in the master.
Oh my
Whoa.
God.
Whoa, what is girlfriend doing?
Yeah, is she paying?
And our fourth roommate is in the smaller room. My room is about the same size as the smaller bedroom, just without a closet and with a slanted ceiling.
She doesn't even have a closet.
That's messed up.
She doesn't even
Second,
have a closet. Okay.
second, why did I tell him the truth about my salary? Honestly, I was tired after the shift and I wasn't expecting to be ambushed in my own home, so I wasn't thinking about it. A started throwing out numbers at me and he was close enough that I just said yes without giving him an exact total because he already basically knew.
Mm.
Why did he Google it when he saw me? I don't know. He probably had nothing else to do. He wasn't a high priority patient, so was likely sitting in a triage for long enough to get bored and pissed.
He wanted his way out of not paying the rent. That's what it was.
Yeah. So now here's the actual update. I talked to our fourth roommate, D, not A and his girlfriend. He gave me their perspective in their much more polite way. A had came back angry because his car had been wrecked. He had hospital bills to pay, and because he thought I had been deceptive with my income. He got his girlfriend all riled up about it before I got home because she's been supplementing his rent and helping him while he's between jobs, which I didn't know about this. While I just been paying my portion and not helping when I could. Then the two of them went to the D and brought him into this, so I would be the 3-on-1, and they felt justified about asking me. They thought since I didn't help them around the house much, and because I was making more, I should either pay more or move out and give my room to one of their friends who needed a cheap housing more than I did. I admit I buy my own food, cook my own meals, and keep my own space clean, whereas I think the rest of them, that's communally. But that's because I've kept terrible hours with residency, with my job, and I wasn't around as much. As for someone who's needed it more, I told roommate D that this apartment had never been a need based. It's been passed down from students to students as people chose to move away. D's younger, 24, 25, and is still in a grad school. And A's girlfriend, uh, as is A's girlfriend. But A graduated already and still lives here with a job, and no one has argued that someone needed it more.
Hmm. Hmm.
He asked why I didn't want to move away and get my own place, and I said I really liked the arrangements and I wanted to pay off my loan, which were still very large, and my net worth was likely less than all of them with the amount of debt I accumulated.
Yeah.
When I explained my student loans to D, he got very quiet and just said that he didn't realize that they were still big and thought they were smaller because I had a scholarship. I had explained that my athletic eligibility only lasted for my first year
First year, yeah.
because I had redshirted my freshman year of the uni. So my athletic scholarship was only for that year. Now that I know their perspective, thought, I know nothing is going to change nothing's going to change their mind and attitude towards my money, and it's time for me to move on.
Move on. Yeah.
This
Yeah, I don't think
morning,
so. It's a good living arrangement now. It's
yeah,
toxic.
this morning I told them that I'm staying until the end of my lease
Mhm.
and then moving out, and they were more than welcome to move someone else into my room.
Mhm.
They wish me well, and I'm hoping that my last few months here won't be too tense, since we all know there's an end in sight.
Yeah.
I started looking for a studio apartment, but I'm also looking at the possibility of putting a down payment in the house and starting to settle down.
Hmm. Wow.
In all honesty, it was probably the time for me to get out of my comfort zone and start living on my own.
Yeah.
And this is going to be good for me. Thank you
Yeah.
all for the kind words and advice.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a good ending.
It's a good ending.
So
I love
so I
how like
guess
her boyfriend and girlfriend are like, you know what? She should be paying for. Like, you are dating that guy. You're dating
Yeah.
A. Why is
Is she
why should
paying?
somebody
she paying?
else pay for the rent?
Exactly. Like,
Yes,
Right.
I get
okay.
it.
Like, oh my God.
That
And you
makes
guys are
no
living in a
sense.
bigger room
Oh wait, no, they
with a
said that
private
she was
bathroom.
right.
Well, this woman doesn't even have
A
a
closet.
closet.
Yeah. Oh my
And it's an attic with that
Yeah,
like
the slanted wall. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So crazy.
And wait, so
entitlement some people
she
have.
says there's 3 roommates, so that means the girlfriend's not paying for anything.
No, she was supplementing his part of the rent.
Correct,
Yeah.
but she's not paying for herself
No,
either.
no,
Was
no.
she no? Was
That's
she
true.
saying
She's
no?
supplementing his
Wait,
part.
wait,
So,
but didn't she said her and 3 roommates or her like
No,
3 roommates total
so beginning of it is I live in a 2-bedroom apartment with 3 roommates.
with 3 roommates, right?
So it's
So
4.
yeah,
okay,
Okay.
okay.
All right,
yeah.
never
So
mind.
and
I
when
take
Never
she
that
mind.
said
back.
like supplementing his part of
Oh,
rent as in
while
like
paying
While
hers.
paying
That's so
her.
yeah.
crazy.
But you know what? You got the bigger room,
That's
so
true.
Yeah.
pay for it, and you're dating that person, so it's
Mhm.
your problem, not
Exactly.
my problem.
Yeah.
Now I'm
Yeah.
curious to know how much what the rent was and how much she was making and how much the student loan is,
I
that
know.
because she also managed to save up for a down payment for a house.
Yeah.
But she
That's
said she
interesting.
was working
Not that
as like
Yeah, she was doing
during
an
the college time,
EMT
she was
and
doing
all
EMT and
that.
all that stuff, and
Mm.
that's a high, like not a bad paying
Yeah.
No,
job.
EMTs only get paid like $17 an hour.
Yeah, but like in college, like I'm pretty sure she's working crazy amount of hours for EMT,
Mm.
and maybe because she was
All
working
those hours, like on overtime and stuff.
overtime and stuff, but also like
The
I
night
think
shifts maybe.
Maybe.
Night shifts
no,
gets
but
paid
like
more.
remember I had a friend, he was EMT, but like they get paid if you're working night shifts, so they would be working more, like
They get
they
paid
get paid
more
more.
if you're doing the overnight shift, the
So
graveyard shift they call it.
maybe, yeah, so maybe because she's doing school in the morning, she could be getting more money because she's doing shift at night.
That's true.
It's possible.
Yeah. I mean, not to say that she needs to pay for it, but it's just
Yeah.
curious to how much that she was actually
And
hoarding in
yeah.
her words that she has enough for a down payment.
I know. It must
Yeah.
be a lot.
Wait, but so in that case, do you guys think that she should have moved out first, like beforehand, before you even got to this place?
No way.
No
She was
way.
working on
Why?
her. Yeah.
Why?
Just
She
curious.
was
No,
This was
why?
just
Like,
thought.
she
I
was
mean,
thinking about her.
she's thinking about her. She
Yeah, and I
wants to
get
pay
it.
off her
Should be.
loan. I would
Yeah.
do the same thing. If
Same.
I have a good living arrangement and I can afford it,
Yeah.
and I can pay off my loan
Mhm.
faster,
Mm-hmm.
since student loan
Yeah.
how much interest rate student loans usually have? Like it's
It all depends on
6.
when she
5 or
went through
6.
it, but yeah,
Yeah.
anywhere between 5, 6, or even 3.
Yeah.
Which was earlier in the
Yeah,
year,
true.
a couple of years
Exactly.
back. But yeah,
How old is the story?
uh, 5 days.
5
Oh,
days.
wow.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
she
like
has good amount of
6%.
6%. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And in the beginning, all you're doing is paying the interest. So,
So here's the top 10 comment, just to get an
mhm.
idea of what other people are saying too. Clearly, you're not the a-hole. You didn't ask for help when you were still a
Mhm.
resident,
Yeah.
and they were making more.
Mhm.
None of them offered to cover part of your own rent. You didn't owe your roommate any money. You shouldn't be expected to subsidize the lifestyle of anyone you are neither related to nor in a romantic relationship with. That said, now that your roommate knows you make a lot more than they do, things will never go back
Back to normal,
to being
yeah.
the way they used to be. That season of your life is over, and you need to decide how you prefer to deal with it in the new reality. My suggestion, if your roommate seriously expects you to pay more rent than you do, is to move out soon as you can, because their request will get increasingly more unreasonable until you do leave. You make more than all of us put together. You should pay half the rent. You've been paying half the rent, but you still have uh, more money left over than we do. You should pay all the rent from now on, and all utility too, and blah blah blah.
That you know what? That logic never makes sense to me. Like, just because I make more money doesn't mean I have to pay more.
Mm.
I mean, you're using the same amount of space than I am. Like, why? Why? I mean, like, yes, some of the apartments, like if they have bigger room, they should be paying more. Yes, I agree to that. That's how it should be. If you have a bigger living space with private bathroom, then you should be the one paying more money than someone with the small bathroom with the share bath, right? Like bedroom. I mean, small bedroom with the share bathroom.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's how it should be. It should never be on an income. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
It is stupid.
So stupid. Unless you're married, then I would understand, like, yes, if husband is making more money or wife is making
Yeah.
more money, they are putting more money in. Okay, yeah, I get it. But because you're married,
That's a roommate situation.
this is a roommate
Yeah.
situation.
It's not a husband, boyfriend, girlfriend
Exactly.
situation at all.
Mhm.
Not at all. Not even
Exactly. She doesn't even have closet.
No,
Oh my
yeah.
God. I'm still
So
stuck
rude.
on that. Like, for me, no amount of closet space is enough. I need a whole freaking bedroom to be a closet.
Oh, man.
Yes,
And
we
this
all know
woman
that part.
doesn't even have a closet. I'm just stuck on that. Like, she should be paying less money than everybody.
I agree.
Oh my God. And she's living in an attic. She probably would have, if she wakes up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, she would have to come downstairs.
Well, no, it's a 2-bedroom. Wait, it says 2-story. So my
No,
guess is
2 bedroom, but
oh,
her
2 bed.
her
Yeah,
thing is
2-bedroom. Yeah,
her
yeah,
room
yeah.
is on second story because it's an
It's an
attic.
attic.
So she would have to
Come
come
downstairs to go to the
downstairs to
bathroom
go to
and
the
use like a
bathroom.
hallway bathroom or something.
Exactly. So much inconvenience.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I would not even wake up and I would just suck it up. Like, forget about it. I will just hold it in. Like,
Hilarious.
so you know what? She should be the one paying less money
Mhm.
Yeah.
out of all four of them.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh my God. Doesn't matter how much money she makes. Even if she's making millions of dollars a year, she should be still
Yeah.
paying.
I mean, that was the agreement they had from
Mhm.
before, right? So
Exactly.
they should stick with that agreement. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter how much who's making what. If they
I
want to
mean,
make the changes, then
yeah.
Well, this
that's
is
a whole
them
different
making the
conversation.
changes with their new roommate. They can charge someone more.
Exactly.
So there you
So
go.
when you get a new roommate, you decide how
Mhm.
much you want to charge that new
Yeah.
person.
Oh,
I mean, that person will be stupid if they pay
Oh, so
more
stupid.
for
But are they
living in
gonna
the
know?
attic space
Yeah, that's true.
with
That's true.
no closet.
But are they gonna know how much they pay? You know?
You know
They're not
what? I would just keep finding that
Yeah.
I will just keep finding what roommate they are gonna replace me with, and I was like, yeah,
You're right.
this
Heads
is how
up.
much I was
By the
paying.
way, yeah.
Do
Like,
not pay a penny more.
Yeah. For real.
Be ready. They
Petty.
might ask for more money because one cannot afford living.
Yeah. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Oh man, no, that's a petty revenge. Now
Super
that's
petty.
that's another subreddit.
But those
God,
stories sound
but
fun.
yeah. Oh my God, I am pissed on
You're
behalf
still in
of
the
her.
closet.
I'm closet.
You're stuck on your closet. Why don't I have a closet? Why don't you have a closet?
She, like, no, she needs a closet. Every woman needs a closet. I don't know how she's surviving, but heads off to her. Oh my God, I'm still stuck on that. Let's move on. Let's move on to the new story,
All right.
Let's
guys.
move on to the next
guys.
story.
She doesn't have gloves. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's so good. All right. This story comes from r/am I the asshole?
Mhm.
Username u/slumberling3. And the title is, Am I the asshole for being angry that my roommate was sleeping under my bed for months without telling me?
No, move out. Forget about
Worst
being an
nightmare.
asshole. Forget about it. Just
being creepy here or what?
this roommate could be psycho. Like, you never know.
It's very
Scared. Yeah.
Serial killer.
Seems creepy.
All right, ready?
Giving me a killer vibes.
Wait, why is he sleeping in the fucking bed?
Doing you.
bed. Off his bed. There's a bed.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
So why is he sleeping under his own bed? Why is he sleeping under the roommate's bed?
I'm telling you some crazy
Let's see,
fetish
maybe it's a
going
bunk
on.
bed.
Ew, fetish.
Maybe it's a
You
bunk
never
bed. I don't
No
know.
kink shaming, sorry.
Maybe it's a bunk
Oh,
bed.
nah, yeah,
He doesn't
no
like to
kink
sleep on the
no kink
top.
shaming.
But
When it comes to someone else,
but this is
yeah.
creepy.
This
This
is so creepy. Yeah,
guys.
bunk
Like,
beds.
I'm just scared. Like, where? Why hide under the bed?
Yeah.
For months.
All right, guys.
All right, let's see it. Let's hear the story.
You know
All
what?
right.
Never share a room with anyone.
No,
That's
Apartment
good.
with anyone.
we're learning
Never.
today.
Yes. Never find a stranger, guys. Never find strangers. What's that? Craigslist. Never find anyone on
No,
Craigslist.
never. That's probably where they found this person. Because
I know.
That was a little.
all right,
I mean, I found stuff on Craigslist.
what roommates?
No, not roommates.
That's what I'm saying. Roommates.
I, 24M, have lived with my roommate Carl, 24M, for 2 years. A few months into rooming with him, he told me he was a pansexual. I said, okay, cool. I'm not interested in that personal information, nor am I judgmental. I said, all right. A few times over the last year, he asked me if I had ever considered experimenting with other men. I said, nope. Also, I said I didn't feel comfortable with him asking me such a personal question. It's not like we are close friends. We are only roommates by happenstance, basically. Anyway, every time I said this, he basically said, we'll see. I was like, what? Anyways, last night I had a horrifying experience. I heard a noise under my bed. It was movement. At first, I thought I was imagining things, but then I heard it again. I thought, oh God, is it a mouse or a rat or some shit? My God, this was like 3 a.m. So I got out of bed and looked under my bed with my phone flashlight. Now, this here was the most startling moment of my life. I guess I am lucky because I have never before this moment felt true terror and fear as a physical sensation, but I was completely jolted. There, under my bed, was my roommate staring wide eyed at me as he screeched when I looked under the bed. I literally thought I was having a heart attack.
Oh my God. I would run. I would be like,
At 3 a.m.
I would be like,
It's like a haunted hour.
I'm not grabbing anything. I'm just
3
running
a.m.
out of the house.
Wide eyes open.
And I'm just picturing, like, was it dark
Oh,
room?
Yeah,
and
it's
then
dark.
you
You
look
gotta use a
under.
flashlight.
I know, and then you look under, and then there's just like eyes are looking at you. Oh my God.
Okay, go on.
I then just started hearing, sorry, 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 sorry. My roommate crawled out from under the bed crying, apologizing over and over.
Why is he crying?
I know, right?
Hold on.
Why are you
Hold on.
crying?
Let's hear it.
I was so creeped out and afraid that I ran out of the apartment in my pajamas. There was a Dunkin' Donut that was open 24/7 and a few blocks away, so I just sat there with the decaf and breakfast sandwich with my heart thundering away. My roommate kept texting me, asking me to talk. I ignored it. In the text, he found a way to horrify me even further. He confessed he had been sleeping under my bed for a few nights a week for 3 or 4 months, and that he was doing it to get closer to me and physically saturate each other. The fuck?
Okay.
No, that's so wild. I waited for
Shit.
I waited for him to go to work and I ran into the apartment, got my essentials, and left. I am currently crashing with a buddy. Our lease is up in 1 month. My intention is simply not to renew. This dude
Oh
is
hell no. Mm-mm.
this dude is blowing up my phone and I am getting texts from other people, some friends of mine and some bozos who are friends with him. He is going around telling people I shamed him and that I am rejecting his apologies. Some people are claiming that I am overreacting and invalidating his feelings. Most people agree he was improper, but think I should work it out with him and give him a second chance because he's sensitive.
Huh?
I feel like I am losing my mind and I am seriously 20% convinced I am experiencing a long lucid dream of some sort and wondering if I'm going to wake up or I am in a coma or something because this shit is so insane to me. Like, not really, but maybe really. I mean, what the fuck? So am I the asshole or is everyone around me a
No.
fucking nut?
No.
Everyone around him are fucking nuts. Yeah.
I wonder if the guy, a roommate, is telling different story, right? Like he might be telling.
I'm pretty sure.
Like,
Yeah, sure.
so he's saying that he might be saying that, oh, I opened up to him and I said I have feelings for him, and he rejected me and calling me like,
Yeah, but he forgot to mention the part that he was leaving.
oh, he's making fun of me because I'm pansexual. I would do is like I will take a screenshot of the text message where he said I've been sleeping under your bed for months.
I'm just
And I will send it to all of them. And if they even after that, people are like, oh, you should just work it out. Be like, you know what? You can be a roommate.
take my place.
And my place.
You want
and have
somebody
someone sleep
sleeping under your bed for
Yeah.
months?
Oh hell no. Oh my
Just makes
god.
me sick.
Running out of the house at that point.
Right.
Shit.
He needs to, if everybody knows the story, this is exactly what happened and they're still telling him to work it out, he needs to unfriend all of those
All
people.
of them. Every single one.
Definitely.
He's definitely hanging out in a wrong group of people. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
I just want to read this one top comment. It said, dude is not mentally stable and you need to get out of there.
Exactly.
Sounds like he'd end up wearing your skin or some shit to physically saturate with you.
God.
He's down there with a horror story shit.
But like he
Comes out with a chainsaw.
he kind of gave that vibe.
Yeah,
I was
he
just
really did.
saying it because I don't want to sound crazy, but like, that's where my mind
Actually,
went.
comes out with a knife on his hand.
But like that's
in the
where
middle of the night.
like that's where my
staring on
mind
over
went.
his face, sides with a knife in his hand.
But that's exactly what I was like, oh my god, what if next time he comes with the knife and be like, oh my god, I love your skin. Like, oh my god, it's so creepy.
Dude.
Oh my god, but like people
Something's
are
wrong
crazy.
with that dude.
He needs help.
Yes,
he definitely
he
needs
needs
help.
a lot of help.
Like,
Sleeping under the bed just so they can be closer. And what was it?
Also,
Saturate? What is it?
Like, what does that even mean?
my question is how he never figured out like in advance.
He's probably like a
Hey,
heavy
he's probably quiet.
you know?
Yeah, the guy may be a heavy sleeper that he doesn't
It's
know.
possible. Yeah, because if it's Adit sleeping, he would never figure it out if
Yeah.
someone's
Yeah.
sleeping under his bed.
So it just happens to be a random that he just happens to sort of wake up or
Oh my
maybe be a light sleep on that day and he heard the noise and checked it
That
out.
was so creepy. Oh my god.
I wanted to see if anyone was like, oh no, like
Anybody supporting him?
You are.
yeah.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Support that in
Yeah,
that
I don't
case.
see anyone.
I don't see the.
Somebody who's supporting that has to be a nutcase.
And
Yeah,
that
you're
person
right.
might be the
one who's
popping in the summer and be like, yes, you are the asshole for not understanding me and not for hurting my feelings.
Dude.
Oh my god, no one agrees with
Nobody
it. And this
agrees
just
with
happened
it.
8
I'm still
days
just
ago,
trying to
so-
imagine in my head what are the horror movies that you like you like hear that in the nighttime under your
Oh my
bed or like
Oh my
and
god.
then you look at the flashlight and be like all you see is a white eye.
When in my mind it's like all dark.
Everything's pitch
Like
black. All you see
not
is a
even the
white eye.
flashlight, no flashlight, and he just turns and there's like
So
a
creepy.
white
That's so
eyes
creepy to
just
me.
looking back at him,
Oh god,
and then he smiles, and then you see the teeth.
stuff
know,
of
like-
nightmares.
Oh god.
Yeah. Oh my god. We
I
watched
mean, I feel
too
like
many
that
horror
that guy's
movies.
gonna need to go to the OP's gonna need therapy after this.
Oh
Yeah,
my god,
100%.
yes.
Like,
I don't
at
think
this
he will
point.
ever
never
be
have a
able to. No, I think after this he's gonna have a mattress on the floor.
Yeah,
So
so no one can ever have the
Nobody
chance.
ever can have a
Yeah,
chance
you're
to
so
sleep
right.
under his bed.
Ugh.
But have you guys like seen the stories of like them finding like people living in the attic
Yeah.
for so long or
I've
like
seen those.
oh my god, those are so creepy.
To think. Do you have an attic?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
You both do?
Oh
Can
yeah.
I check tonight?
No, I mean we have been up there, so yeah,
Yeah.
nobody lives up there.
Oh, you.
Not
I mean, I'd be
yet.
surprised if you find a squirrel there. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, you're gonna find a squirrel living there.
did I?
No.
No. Okay. Don't.
Don't do that. Don't do that to her.
Yeah.
You might hear that random sound in your bedroom in the attic coming
Oh
clickety
my
clacking.
God. No. No.
Just be careful. Just make sure you check under your bed before you go to sleep today.
There is nothing can go under my bed other than Ayan. So even I can't fit under it.
You never know. Some skinny dude might be just
Right.
sitting there, laying, sleeping.
I mean, God bless him if he's there, because you know what will happen to him. He's not walking out of my house alive. That's for sure.
Well, if it's a ghost, he's gonna walk out alive, and you're gonna run out the house.
What's a ghost? Whatever. Remember you had a ghost in your house?
Yes.
Tell us about this. We need to know.
Oh my God.
Is this a real thing? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you can
Tell
us. Yes, it's
It's so the store means
Is it still
separate
there?
from the roommate. I don't know. No, I don't think so. I mean,
you took it with you to your
But
new
he's
house.
your roommate in a way,
Yeah,
right? He was a
It still
roommate.
fits the theme.
yeah, I guess in a way,
He
yeah,
was a
Tell us about
roommate.
him.
yeah. So when we lived in the apartments,
Which
in
apartments?
Creekside.
Oh, good.
No, so we had a number of incidents. A couple happened a number of times where the lights would just turn off, on and off, with no reason whatsoever. We had a maintenance guy come out, check the electrical work, and all that. Nothing. They couldn't find anything wrong with that thing. Think of much of it at the time, and I think my mom or somebody said, "Yeah, there's a ghost in the house and all that." I was like, "Nah." I didn't believe it for a while. And I was like, "It's probably just something." And then the reason she's saying they moved with us as a roommate because when we bought our house, actually my parents bought the house, I had a freaky, crazy experience where I swear to God I saw something.
What was it?
I don't know what it was, even till this day. So in my parents' room, we had these little shelves on the bedroom, and we had clocks and a whole bunch of random stuff on the shelf as well. And keep in mind, from where the corner of the room is, where the bed is in their room, it's probably a good 4 or 5 feet gap in between. So it's not like it's right next to it, where if something falls off the shelf, is going to be on the bed. In this case, the shelf itself breaks or whatever. I don't know how. We don't know how. But apparently, somehow, some of the stuff from the shelf ends up on the bed itself.
What?
Keep in mind, it's like 4 or 5 feet away. It's not right there. So we heard that noise. I was like, and I thought it was my dad at first. I was like, he's probably because he was upstairs. I was downstairs. I thought probably my dad probably dropped something. So I like ran to see what the noise was by the steps. And all I see is like a shadow of some sort going across the room, across the hallway from where the master bedroom where I heard the noise from into the right side, which was the bathroom. Either going in that direction, which also was my room too, in that same side. I was like, what the fuck? So literally, actually, I remember like grabbing like a bat, a cricket bat. I went upstairs. I was like, what the heck that was? Checked the bathroom, checked the bedroom, went in the closet to see if somebody was hiding in the closet or something. Nothing. Not a thing. And then my dad also comes out he was in the other room. He wasn't even in the bedroom. He was in the other room because we had the computer in the other room. So he was on the computer doing something.
That was in the garage, right? That was turned into room.
No, so this was when after my sister moved out.
Oh, so it was
the
in that.
computer
Yeah,
was
computer
in
was in
that
her
room.
room. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like,
Wait,
what
when
happened?
was this? Because we had one experience, and then I remember that's where how I found out you had ghosts, but that was like long when we were skipping school.
You guys had an experience together?
And then, yeah, because like, I'm kind of
It's probably at the apartment then.
no, it wasn't the apartment, it was this house. Because like, what happened was, so we skipped the school and we would go to his house because his parents used to be at work. So we'll go to his house and we'll be watching Jerry Maguire. Jerry Springer. Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Springer and Maury.
And Maury, right?
Those
So
were the
we would
shows.
Or the
used to,
Judge
we used to
Judy's
just,
and
yeah.
all those.
But like we would be like, Jerry, Jerry. But anyways, so like so we would go to his house and then we'll just like eat popcorn and watch that. Oh my God, that was so funny. And so we go inside and I saw like shadow walking by, right? Like I just saw like a shadow and I was like, oh, Kandarp, I think your parents or someone's home, right? Like I was like, are we going to get in trouble because we skipped school? And he's like, no, it's just a ghost. And I was like, what?
Just like no big
Yeah, so that's
deal.
probably after that then.
After,
That's
okay.
why, because I freaked out
But
on
like
that.
Mithil wasn't living with you at that
No, I
time?
don't think
No, she moved
so.
out.
Yeah,
Okay. All
yeah,
right. Okay. Maybe it was college time then.
yeah. Probably was
Probably
college.
the
It was
college time.
college time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So did you see the ghost after like those couple times? Like were you just living with it and you just
at that
accepted
point, I
it?
was like, yeah, I
You're
just
like, that's my
accepted. I was like,
roommate.
it's like because every once in here and there, we'll hear like somebody walking or something. I was like, yeah,
I mean, it sounded like they were peaceful for the most part.
Yeah.
yes,
I mean, they're still living there. His
they're still
parents still
there?
live there.
Yeah,
His
my
parents
parents still
still
lives
live
there.
there,
I don't
right?
know how you guys
And
do
nothing
it.
ever happened. So
Yeah.
it's like maybe they kind of made an agreement like, okay, you leave, we live peacefully.
Yeah.
It's our
Mhm.
share.
Yeah.
So basically it's their roommate,
It
you know?
really is. He's
But
not
it's
even
so
paying
funny.
anything.
Like he was like, yeah, it's just the ghost we have. And I was like, wait, what?
That's so crazy.
And I was like, because like, so Adil hates watching paranormal movies or
Oh, yeah,
anything. Like
same.
he hates watching
Same.
horror movies. And so he's my partner whenever, and we used to go to like theaters to watch scary
Oh no,
movies
you
and
guys are
everything.
crazy.
And I was like, you never told me you have ghosts in your house, like, and I was like, oh, we need to do something. We need to find out. And he's like, oh, you should stop. Like, you're going crazy. And I was like, no, we need to find out. What does he want? Why is he still here? But yeah, that was the only experience I had.
So the ghost didn't follow you to your new house, though. Isn't that crazy? So I
No,
guess it's like your parents' ghost.
I guess the ghost is probably like stuck because he probably lived there, he or she.
No, from the apartment to
Yeah,
the
because we
Oh,
had
house.
some instances at
apartment.
the apartment
Yeah,
too.
he moved
So
on up.
my mom's theory
He
is
followed your mom.
no. So my mom's theory on this whole thing, based on
Mm-hmm.
her belief, is that it's one of our grandparents just kind of
Oh, I
watching
love
after
that.
us and being there.
But then why would they break the shelf
Maybe it
to
was an
make up?
accident.
No,
I
I
don't know.
don't know.
Yeah, there could be there could be
No. They could be like,
clumsy.
okay,
Clumsy.
I have to make sure you're aware of my. But
Wait.
my also question is, did you guys have ghost in India then before Creekside?
I don't know. I mean, I was what 10 years old. I don't remember.
According to your mom theory,
I
ask
don't think
her,
so.
like,
Yeah,
did
yeah.
you thought we had ghosts in India before you guys moved here?
I
And
mean, hey,
how
that's
did the
just.
ghost
But that
travel
then
in the
again,
plane with you?
Yeah, why
that's
not?
just. Hey, they travel.
Yeah,
How
travel.
they
Yeah.
can port themselves into wherever they want.
Exactly.
Can you? No, like, no. I mean, like, no,
Why not?
Well, how do you think
no.
people
I don't
like
think
pick
so.
demons up or whatever from like visiting different places? Like they go with them, you know? Wait, but don't you guys believe that you're reincarnated? So
Yes.
that doesn't
It's
like
just-
go.
So, well, our culture also believe in ghost. Like, again, it's all on karma. Remember when I was saying like your karma, it all depends on your
Oh.
karma and stuff. But
So essentially, if they're a ghost thing, that means they have something that's unfinished.
Okay,
and they are not able to move on.
that makes
So
sense.
like, unless they finish whatever they're meant to do, they can move on to the next life.
Yeah.
So
help them out. Like,
but no, maybe
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
like
talk to
we
them.
don't know what's their unfinished thing is, right?
they were
He's
giving
like
you
a
a
ghost
sign with a
whisperer or
thing on the bed.
something.
Like,
So
what was on the
Ghost
bed?
whisperer.
We need to figure this out.
I mean, the
I
only thing that was
know.
on the bed was actually a globe from a watch.
Oh, interesting. What could that mean?
Spooky.
So the actual watch itself that had like a globe on the bottom that was on the floor,
Oh,
but the
that's so
globe
weird.
itself was on the bed.
So crazy.
But it could have been possible where it may have bounced.
Bounce.
That's
But
true.
But
would it bounce that high?
that's on the bed, and that's a regular bed, not your low mattress one. It's the one that has a box
Spring, and
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't
Yeah.
go that high.
But the ghost put it there for a reason, like something with that globe.
Or maybe they
Gotta
just
figure it out.
want to tell you that, hey, I'm here.
Yeah. So true.
They just
And
want to
we
make sure, like, you guys know Ghost is there.
Yeah.
And let's be civil and live civil life and respect each other's space. I don't bother you and you don't
Same.
bother me.
I
Just
don't really
protect my
care for it. I
space
don't worry about
and
it.
we are here.
I'm not scared of it.
We can
So
coexist as roommates,
I'm not
guys,
scared
you
of it.
know?
I'm not worried about it. So I was like, I don't really
Exactly.
care. I was like, yeah, it's fine. No big
Exactly.
You're
deal.
brave.
But I would like to experience more ghost.
I do not want to experience ghosts. I'm gonna pray when I get my I can't afford that. I can't be
I mean, like,
around
not
them.
the scary, not the scary. I want the good ghost.
I don't want
Like,
any
you
of
know,
that. I want to
good
be
one.
in peace.
Like angels.
Yeah. Angels, yeah, like, you know,
Angels,
like
yeah, okay, well, I want an angel.
There you go. Now you want
Is that
something.
discrimination?
yes, what they watch you over you, you know, like make sure like you're like I like maybe that's what it is.
Maybe an
Yeah.
angel.
Maybe
Just
it's
watch
an
you
angel
over.
watching over you,
Beautiful.
like your mom said, traveling with you know?
I love it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with it, whichever it is. I mean, it didn't bother me.
Yeah.
Other than that one freaking point, what was that noise? But after realizing that's what it probably was, I was like, yeah. After
I
that,
know
it's
he
fine.
was like, but even when I was like, what was that? He's like, oh, that's just a ghost.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. And I was like, whoa,
That's so
what?
wild
You
to
never
me.
told me this?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Jerry, oh, Jerry. Good old days.
You are not
But-
the father.
oh my God. Oh my God.
You're not You're not my roommate.
So we were watching Maury show, and there was this woman, Jenny. She came on that show like 17 times, okay?
I'm
And
sure
it's
this
so
is a whole
funny.
lot.
Like they would show like the old clip when every time they were like, oh, he's not the father. Like she would literally like get up, oh no, and then like fall on her face and she'd like falls like,
Oh my god.
all right. And every time she would do that. So that 17th time that she came with like 3 guy names. This time she's like, I have these 3 guys.
Oh.
And then like he goes like, not the father. She falls and then stays there. And then he says, not the father for the second one. She gets up and she falls again.
Oh my god.
Third time she
Extra
does
drama.
I know she does the third time the same thing, and she would run to the back, and then the camera guy's running
I love
after her.
when they ran to the-
Anyways,
Yeah.
guys, thanks for watching our episode. Hope you guys loved it, and please comment below if you guys have any crazy roommate stories, and we will definitely link the stories in the in the caption below if you want to read more comments to it. And please, please, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And we'll be back next week. Bye.
Bye.